Guess that it's the reason that I'm feeling like hell. But I wouldn't change if I could restart. I ain't gonna hide these beautiful scars.
Okay, so is everyone ready? Hello? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, ready, ma'am. Loud
Yes.
and clear. Can you hear
Uh,
me?
yes, I can hear you, Jess.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, what about Rose and Ella? Are you ready? Let's see them. All right, so Ella, you are on mute, and Rose, I can't hear you. Let's wait for. Uh, uh-huh. Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Are you there?
Yes,
Yes, Jess is here, so let me just let me just wait for the girls.
sure.
Okay.
Not trying to be in there, not trying to be cool, just trying to be in this. Tell me, are you too? Can you feel where the wind is? Can you feel it through all of the windows inside this room? 'Cause I wanna touch you, baby, and I wanna feel you too. And I wanna see the sunrise and your sins, just me and you. Light it up on the run. Let's make love tonight. But you'll never be alone. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. I'll hold you when things go wrong. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. So do yours. We would roll down the rapids to find a wave that fits. Can you feel where the wind is? Can you feel it through all of the windows inside this room? 'Cause I wanna touch you, baby, and I wanna feel you too. And I wanna see the sunrise and your sins, just me and you. Light it up on the run. Let's make love tonight. But you'll never be alone. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. I'll hold you when things go wrong. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here. I'll be with you from dusk till dawn. Baby, I'm right here.
Okay, so we're going to start now. And okay. All right, everyone. Hello. Can you
Hello,
hear me? Hello.
yes po.
Good afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon. Okay, so before we start, let me share my screen with you and I will introduce myself. So let's have this one. Okay. All right. Turn on my camera. Choose background. Okay, good. So can you see me, guys?
Yes po.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start. And for today, this is about ESL teaching home-based guide to success. Okay, so it is about fundamentals of teaching second English second language. All right, so let's have this one. So for today, my name is Jemima Angelica Tembra. You can call me Jem, and I will be your instructor for today. I teach English internationally to non-native speakers, which are the Asian and sometimes Western countries as well. So I am coaching for people who want to work as an online English teacher as well, and I am writing books about how passionate teaching for teachers are. Okay, so it's my book and that's my focus. All right, so for us to start with, we're going to have objectives. Okay, so we have 5 objectives for this training: meeting yourself, number one. Number two is to enhance your communication skills for the activities and
Ano?
practices of our course. Number three is how to prepare in a lesson. Number four, to know the fundamentals of ESL industry. Number five is setting your goal in finding ESL company. So it's not just about one company. You can apply in so many companies, and nowadays there are so many entrepreneurs starting as an ESL company. Okay, so before we start, I would like to know more about you guys. So I would like you to answer the question, tell me about yourself. Okay, so for us to get to know each other, I will ask you all. Okay, the question, tell me about yourself. So who are we going to start with? Let's start with, okay, so I will start for myself. So you guys will be comfortable. Okay, so my name is Jemima, as I have said earlier. I am 23 years old and I have worked as an ESL teacher for almost 3 years now. I work as an ESL teacher for Western countries. Those are the from Spain, from Russia, from Poland, and also in Asia. So mostly Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean, and Japanese. Okay. Now, what about you guys? Let's start with Jello. Jello, can you please tell us about yourself?
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon.
Hello, my name is Jello, 24 years old. I currently living now here in Butuan City, Mindanao. I am a mother with 2 adorable kids.
Mhm.
Son.
That's all. Okay. Thank
All
you
that's
so
all
much,
po.
Jello. Okay, so you live in Mindanao. What about Jess? Jess, can you please turn on your camera so we can see you? And yeah, tell us about yourself. Oh, we can hear you, Jess.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my
Okay.
bad. Okay, so hello everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Jesse. You can call me Jess, and I am from Papua New Guinea, and I currently live here in Philippines in Cebu, Lapu-Lapu City. And I have been pursuing my bachelor's in aviation in 4 years as a pilot trainee. And due to the COVID, well, I decided to do something while staying at home because it was boring. So I needed something to do while waiting because I cannot fly at the moment or train.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's when I decided to teach English online. And I only have 1 year experience of teaching English online, but my contract's over, and I went back home. And then I came back, and now I have to start all over again. So I'm just looking for a job.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
very nice. Nice to meet you, Jess or
Nice to meet you.
Jessie.
Likewise.
Okay. Thank you for that. And now let's have our next trainee who is Mish. Mish, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah. Can you tell us about yourself?
Hi, my name is Michelle Colindi Zarzuela from Sacred Heart College, but currently I'm an accounts receivable assistant in DJ Perez and Company, a real estate here in Quezon Province. I live in Quezon Province, Philippines. Then my experience in teaching is our COM Children of Mary Vincentian Marian Youth Organization. We do activities like teaching catechism in our community, in different communities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
thank you.
right. Okay, that's great to hear. All right, nice to meet you. And yeah, she is one of my batchmates when I was in college too. So it's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So our next trainee, please tell us about tell us about yourself, Ms. Remrose. Remrose, are you there?
Hi there.
Okay, we can hear you.
Hi there. My name is Miss Rema Rose Pardo. I am formerly service crew at McDonald's, Pagbilao. And then we are now in Akadsok. So we are going to have a final demo.
Mm-hmm.
Mauna si Miss Ella and Ma'am Margie. That's
Oh, okay. Okay, that's great to hear. So, Remrose and Ella are one of my trainees too. So they are on their demo, final demo.
Angelo too pala.
Yes, yes, and Margie too. Okay, and as well as Jesse. He's going to have his final demo. And when did you schedule your demo, Jesse?
Um, the for the mock or the real demo, final
The
demo?
real demo, the final
On
demo.
24th.
24th. Okay, that's great
Yes.
to hear. And have you got the students' details?
Yes, they gave me the Skype email. Sorry, the Skype details, the name, address, and I have the Skype. I'll
As
just
well as, yes?
yeah, and they gave me a textbook.
Mhm.
Um, but it's as I while I was doing some research, I think there's some play buttons and some boxes that you have to check, but you couldn't because it was a
Yeah.
PDF. So
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to ask you if you could assist me more on how to
Yeah.
deal with that
Uh,
the curriculum or the platform.
yes, we're gonna talk about that
Okay.
tomorrow. But yeah,
Uh,
I'll guide you to that.
Thank you.
And yes, okay. Thank you, Jesse and Ella. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Ella, can you please tell us about yourself?
Hello, my name is Ella Martinez and I'm living here at Binaan Pagbilao, Quezon. And I am undergoing and will go to the final demo on Monday. I am currently studying Bachelor of Science in Psychology, second year.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so yeah, for today, I'm gonna help you. to find your company and to apply as an ESL teacher as well, because I handle a lot of accounts. So not only one company that I have multiple companies such as Nova Kids, ESO, 16 Speak, Palfish, and so on. Okay, so with that, no worries. You can ask a lot of question about how to really conduct the demo lesson and also apply in a certain company. So that's what we're going to talk about now. Okay, so our objectives for today is meeting yourself. Okay, so let's start with that. Now, what you'll need in this training is a computer or a mobile, internet connection or data, notes, audio or video recording is very important, and a time. Okay, so if I say we're gonna have 1 hour training, it might exceed to 1 hour. Okay, so just be patient. Now, to start with, we're gonna have a warm up. So I'm gonna measure all your, uh, how you pronounce each word in a very fast speaking. Okay, so for this one, we have the dark dog. Dark dog is a tongue twister that we're gonna try all. Okay, so for example, to sit in a solemn silence in a dull dark dog in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock awaiting the sensation of a short sharp shock from a cheap and choppy chopper on a big block block. So there's no perfect on doing this. I just want you to try it. And let's start with, let's have Ella. Ella, can you please start with the dark dog?
No,
Ella, are
never
you
po.
there? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, please start.
What would I say no?
So just read all of it.
um, sorry. May share screen po? Wala po. Wait,
Yeah.
I can see po.
Oh, you cannot see.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't tell me. I will. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so here it is
Warm up.
again.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dark knock. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark knock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of sword, sharp shock from a cheap and cheapy chopper of a big black block.
Okay, let's try with Jesse.
Dark
Jesse.
dock. To sit in a solemn silence in a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and cheapy chopper on a big black block.
Okay, very good. And let's have Jello.
Dark dock. To sit in a solid silent in a dull dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and cheapy chopper on a big block.
Okay, next one is Remrose. Remrose, are you there? Okay, let's move on to Colleen. Colleen.
Dark dock. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock. In a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and cheapy chopper on a big block.
Okay. Ram, are you there? Okay, let's continue. Now, what's the point of this warm up? Everyone should be aware that every time we have or we conduct classes, we always do warm up. This is for
Oh.
us to be awake, okay? Now, if you're going to start a lesson or start a class, every time you're gonna have an exercise, and sometimes it is a sudden activities. So I just want you to be aware that this is just for fun, okay? It is to engage more with the student. Okay, okay. So today we're gonna have a warm up. Are you ready? So we're gonna do that every time we have lesson. Okay, so for this one, this tongue twister is for teachers. So the student cannot handle this one because it's very in advanced tongue twister. But anyway, we're gonna meet ourselves. Now, what's the point of meeting yourself? Let's say this is where you'll think of a reason for being. Okay, having a direction or purpose in life that which makes one's life worthwhile and towards which an individual takes spontaneous and willing action, giving them satisfaction and a sense of meaning to life. Now, when we say meeting yourself, this is very important because you have to know yourself more. Am I really doing this job? Okay. Am I responsible enough to take all the classes? Because once you enter ESL industry, it is your duty to be responsible enough to take the classes because the student will wait for you. Okay, they are paying for the time that you have and you will attend that class. Now, I supervise teachers as well, and some of my teachers at first they would say, I can do that, I can do this. But later in a while they would be like, oh, I can't attend classes because of we have event, we have my mom's birthday. I didn't attend class because I overslept. That's not a reason. Okay? You have to take responsibility for you to take the class. All right? And as for now, if you're going to look for an ESL company, you have to be confident. What's the reason of thinking about negativity? Oh, it's because of the fear. Okay, why do you think confidence is important? It will be hard for anyone to trust someone who is not confident enough with their answer. You have to gain their trust. Is this teacher responsible enough for our company? Is this teacher going to help us with the students? Okay? So there are the questions from the company that they would always think about. Is this teacher enough? Okay? Some of the teachers they would say, "Oh, I want to work as an ESL teacher," but they are irresponsible enough, okay? And they would put other as their priority. So you have to know your priority as well. You have to be confident enough to face the student. You have to be confident enough to make the lesson for the student. They have to trust you. Oh, this is my teacher. I have to listen to my teacher because he knows what's best for me to learn English. Okay, that's the reason why in every lesson you have to be confident. So, with this one, some of the teachers would have fear. What's the meaning of fear? Fear is false expectation appearing real. Okay, now you are going to have fear of failure, fear of unknown, and fear of rejection. It's normal. Okay, don't think about fear because it's normal you get rejected. It's normal that you don't know anything about this course or this industry. Everyone will learn. You have to learn from your experience. And it's normal to have failure because once you have failure, you're going to know what to improve for yourself. You're going to have the experience. Oh, so that's how you do it. This time I failed, but tomorrow I will succeed. So you have to encounter all of those things. You have to be confident enough to know yourself. You have to meet yourself first. Okay? Now, you're going to have introduction and background. So we already talked about it. Question and answer portion, feedback, and knowing your strength. So this is for the demo, which is tomorrow, and possible follow-up question to prepare with an assignment and deadline. So for the assignments, I'm gonna let you do your video. Okay, so I always ask my trainee to do their introduction video. I'm gonna send you a script that you might follow. Okay, but Jessie is already done and Ella is done. So you did good job, Ella. Also, I haven't got Rem, Rose, and Jello. So, Colleen, you're gonna have this assignment as well. If you are free, just do it whenever you're free, okay? Now, let's move on to communication skills. Before that, does anyone have question for now? Is everything clear, guys? Yeah? Yeah?
All clear.
So, okay. So, silent means yes. Okay, so
Yes,
communication
Scarlett.
skills are the ability you use when giving and receiving different kinds of information. Okay, so you're going to measure your students' ability on their communication. Okay, some examples include communicating ideas, feelings, or what's happening around you. Communication skills involve listening, speaking, observing,
Yes.
and emphasizing. So for this one, this is the first skill you would conduct to your student. Okay, so you would ask probably, "Oh, how are you today?" "I'm good, teacher." "How do you feel today?" "I'm happy." "What did you do today?" So what's happening? Okay. "Oh, I play with my classmate in school," or I went to school today. Okay. So with that, when you are already gaining the trust of your student and engaging with them. Okay. Next, we're going to practice. So, 5 minutes, think about the answer of this question. So, we already shared something about yourself. What do you do at your leisure time? And what are your expertise? So, for this, let's start with you guys. Okay, so be confident, as I have said earlier. So, oh, together mode. Okay, let's have this one. Huh. So, everyone is not here. Let's have the together mode. One, two, three, four. Who is missing? Oh, Rem. Rem, are you there? One. And, okay. Speaker. Let's have this one. So we have 3 videos on. What about the others? So everyone is here. Can you please turn on your video so we can see you? Let's have this one. One, two, three, four. So it's the four of us. Ram, are you there? So anyway, let's continue with this. Okay, so let's start with Jessie. Jessie, so we're gonna answer the second question. What do you do at your leisure time?
During my leisure time, I usually cook or I play sports. Well, cannot usually play
We
sports now, but just
here.
do some exercise activities, maintain my physical health and being. And I usually just watch videos about flying, just to keep my knowledge about my training going on. And hopefully, I'm not forgetting anything because it's been a while now. And I just do some studies regarding my training as well. So, yeah, that's what I usually do during my leisure time.
Okay, that sounds very interesting for the student if you would share that to them. So you would share about airplanes, you would share about, sports. Oh, do you like to see an airplane? Did you know that teacher flies an airplane? Okay? And with that one, you have to list the feelings which are the mm, so when you do that, it is obviously thinking about the next word you're going to say. So let's avoid mostly those feeling words, okay? Okay, so good job for this, Jessie. And next, let's have Ella. So Ella, what about you? From the second question, what do you do at your leisure time? So when we say leisure time, it is our free time, okay?
During my leisure time, I love to watch movies, English, more on action, and romantic comedies.
Mm-hmm.
Then also I reading books, and sometimes when I feel down and uh, anxiety hits me, I think.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so you can also share that to your student. Okay, building up yourself and motivating your student what you do. So for that technique or the tip that you are going to have is about okay, there we go. So it's about engaging more with the student, connecting and building a relationship with them. Okay, so you can say, "Oh, do you love to watch movies? Hmm, what is your favorite movie?" And the student would say, "Oh, I love Elsa." "Oh, I love Elsa too. Is she your favorite character?" So with that, you are already bringing the confidence of your students. So you're the one who's going to lead them, okay? Now, what about you, Colleen? Let's answer the second question. What do you do at your leisure time?
During my leisure time, I'm walking with my dog in the street, and sometimes I read books, and I do the cooking and baking
Uh,
also.
oh, that's nice. That's nice. You can also share that to your student. So instead of saying, oh, I can do this, I can do that, let's say that, oh, do you love animals? Teacher has a dog. And I love to walk
Okay.
my dog outside. Do you like dogs? Let's bark like a dog. So you're going to have an action with them. Okay, let's bark like a dog. Woof,
Okay.
woof.
Got it.
Can you do it with me? Woof, woof. And now the attraction or the focus of the student will be onto your eyes. Okay, it doesn't matter how you look. Okay, so when it comes to ESL industry, you are like in a play school. Okay, so it's like watching in the play school. If you know High Five or Disney Channel, there are lots of play school there. So, in this area,
Okay.
you're the one who's acting to your student. Okay, so today, let's have a role play. Now, with that, the voice or intonation of your voice, the sound of it, will bring the attention of the student as well. So, don't make it in a dull sound saying, okay, so today we're gonna have a role play. Okay, instead, you will say, all right, are you ready for a role play? Let's do it together. And please take note that we don't say can word. Can you do this? The
Ah,
student will say no. So they would have the chance to say no. So we're going to avoid that unless the students answering the word no. Instead, we're going to say, all right, please answer this question. Okay? So those are the kind of tips we can do in class. Now, what about you, Rose? We're gonna answer the second question. Thank you, Colleen. And let's have what do you do at your leisure time? Oh, we can hear you. You're on mute. Okay. Oh, we cannot hear you. It might be the earphone. Can you unplug it? Unplug the earphone. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, there you go.
I would always play with my son and ano pa ba? Watch English movies. and do some household chores. That's
Uh,
it.
okay, so that's nice too. So playing with your son, it is also an experience. Being a mom is also an experience, okay? Why is that? Because we can handle kids. The main reason for ESL teaching is, connecting with kids, mostly kids, because ESL is about, teaching English and sometimes adult. Okay. Now, having a connection with a kid will bring up your ability to teach them. Okay. How are you going to handle a naughty kid? Oh, the kid says, I don't want to learn. Oh, with that, it's gonna be sad because my friend, so you can show some toys. I don't have a toys here, but my friend will be happy to see you in class. Today we're gonna have a lot of rewards. Okay, so you're going to play along with them. We're gonna play later on and get some trophies. Okay, now the student will interact. Okay, they will continue to listen. Okay, teacher. Okay, now continue with the lesson. So Ramro said that she also do the household chores, which you can also put that in a positive way. Oh, today, did you know the teacher cleaned the whole house? Hmm, what about you? What is your favorite place at home? They would say, "Oh, I love the bedroom. I love the living room." Okay. "Oh, that's nice. What do you do in the living room?" So those are the follow-up questions you can do after the warm-up. Okay? Just engage with the students more. And it's okay to pretend that you're also a kid. That's the main role of being a teacher. You have to adjust yourself, okay? So, yes. Okay, so next one is Jella. Jella, so for this one, what do you do at your leisure time?
Well, I love to play my kids, to teach my kids, and also to play video games in leisure time because this is better one way when we reduce our stressful and
Yeah.
getting some entertainment. So this is my leisure time activities.
Okay, so we have two moms here. I'm also a mom of two kids, so I understand. Now, with that one, yes, as I have said earlier, you just have to engage with the interviewer or the student as well. You have to lift up yourself. I have something new. I can do this job because I can handle a kid. I can handle any age. Okay? So that's very important for them to attract the company and hire you. Okay, how to prepare for your demo when preparing when not only demo, so a career ESL teaching. Okay, so for this one, I would like to see your reading skills. Now we can have, okay, so we can have Jessie. Jessie, please read the sentences.
Uh, may I know which sentence I'm reading on what
So for
screen?
you can read up to second sentence.
Um, are you sharing the screen or should
Oh
I?
yes.
Sorry,
Oh
cannot
sorry. Oh,
see.
I'm not sharing the screen again.
That's
So
okay.
okay, here you go. So I'm sharing the screen now.
Okay, so one more time, I'll just read the first
The
or
first and second sentence.
okay. All right, so how to prepare. When preparing for a career in ESL teaching, the first thing you want to do is brush up on your English communication skills. This is very important as you may not want to stutter or stammer when handling a student or
Okay.
students.
Okay, so what we have earlier was about communication skills. All right, so that's the reason why we have to answer that question. What do you mostly do on your leisure time? You can talk about that to your student, but they don't know the word leisure time. So you have to make it simple and short. Okay, so along this course, we're going to talk about how to say the words, the sentences, and ask the student. Okay, so this is very important as you may want not want to
Dito ka
stutter.
lang,
So
no?
you're gonna have the word
There.
mm, so for that one, we're gonna avoid those words. Okay. And English communication refreshes courses won't hurt either unless you are a native English speaker. Okay, so Jesse, are you a native English speaker? So do you speak English when you were since you were young?
Yes. Well, it's quite confusing, but I in my country we have official language, no, which is not English, but it's
Uh-huh.
broken down English mixed with our own native language. English is our second official language, but I grew up speaking English all my life,
Uh,
and my mother is an half Australian anyway, so
oh, that's nice. I've
I
been
lost
to
the accent. Sorry.
oh, you lost the accent.
Yeah.
That's all right. I've been to Australia as well when I
Oh,
was in high
cool.
school. So yeah, so I live in Brisbane, Australia.
Brisbane. Oh, okay.
Ah.
That's good.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
for this one, English communication refreshes courses. So every time you teach, communication is very important. Okay, Take, taking a certification course or attaining a TOEFL or TEFL certification will be greatly beneficial in your job market. Okay, so you would say, oh, I finished TEFL certification. I am qualified to teach TOEFL certificate and also the TESOL. Okay, so does most of you or do most of you have this kind of certificates or not?
No, I don't have. Oh,
I have a TESL if that counts. TESOL.
TESOL, TESOL,
TESOL or
yes,
TESOL.
yes, yes.
TESOL. Yeah.
TESOL is also one of the certification most ESL teacher would have, and I am giving, oh, not giving, but I am guiding teachers to have voucher in a very cheap um in a very cheap amount of money to have the certificates. So for TEFL certificates, we have free course for that. So no need to pay something for it. Okay, you just have to learn. And for TESOL, I have a voucher that costs 999 instead of paying 3,000 pesos. Okay? So with that, if you really need some certificate, just send me a message with that. Okay? So let's continue. And with this one, it's going to bring up the job market that you would give to the company itself. Passing TOEFL and TEFL exams and become certified will increase your chances of getting hired as an ESL teacher. Not only in our country, but
Wow.
also in other, yes, in other country as well,
It's
in abroad. Okay, so as employers
okay.
look at
Go
this
go to your
scores
car.
to determine whether or not you
Go.
are fit for the job. Yes?
No.
Okay. Okay, so student types. There are no defined student brackets in ESL teaching. Okay, it could be adult, it could be young learners from 5 years old. Sometimes I handle 3 years old, which is very hard to handle because as young as it is, it doesn't understand English yet. Okay, you have to catch the attention because they are still young. They wouldn't know, oh, am I talking to the computer or to the teacher? Okay, so it doesn't have any bracket when it comes to ESL teaching. As the learning levels of students may go far beyond age, however, if pursuing an ESL career, the following types of students are usually what individual encounter. So for this one, sometimes when you have 8 years old kid, they would have an advanced English language, but the communication or the grammar would be different. Okay, so you will still focus on their level. All right, so you have to measure how far or what level they are at. Okay, so for example, you have 8 years old kid. You're not gonna teach the phonic sound. Okay, phonic sound is about the sound of the alphabet letters because that's old enough for that. Instead, you would start new vocabulary words for that student. Okay, you will stay on his level so that he would still encounter the development from the basic first. Now, once the student mastered the basic, then you can go with the next level. Okay? So let's talk about beginner. Beginner students are those who are new to the English language. Primarily, these are kids who are very young, such as those in kindergarten or in their first years of elementary school. These students are easier to teach. In the sense of that, they are just being introduced to the basic of the English language. Okay? Next is intermediate. These are the learners that already studied English in school or private lessons. So this includes all their grades, schoolers up to college level students. Individual at this level are among the best students to teach. So I believe that Jesse, you have intermediate student, yeah?
Yes, all actually from beginner, intermediate, advanced, and then proficient.
Okay. So what about from your demo lesson next week? So that will be
She's a intermediate,
intermediate.
and
Okay.
thankfully she's old in. She's a 20-year-old, so it's
Uh,
much better, easy to react with.
okay, all right. So with that one, I'll talk to you more about intermediate
Thanks
on
to you.
our mock demo. Okay, now the next one is business English. These are the people. So let's have a short explanatory here. Business ESL talks about the people who works for a company. They would want to talk more about businesses. They would want to talk more about presentations and also how they would handle meetings. Okay, so these are the people who are employees, CEO, business leaders, and having that high rank. Okay, also they would say the reason of the reason of learning English for them is that they would want to be promoted in their job, so that's the reason why they want to engage more with the English language. So when they talk about to other people or when they talk to clients, they would be confident enough to what they're going to present to their client. Okay, so that's business ESL. And the next one we have here TEFL certificate. This one is TEYL and TESOL. This one is TESOL, which is TESOL certificate. So these certificates are the certificate I could help you with. Okay, so the last one is just from ESO. So most of the time I got this award from them. So Best Teacher, Contributed Teacher of the Month. Those are the awards that ESO is giving us. So Jesse already applied in ESO and he is on his demo lesson next week, 24. Okay, so if you have more question to this certificate, feel free to send me a message and I'll help you get this certificate. Okay. So let's start with which online ESL company is the best. Okay. Now, for all this company and entrepreneur, they are all best. Okay. It is just up to you how you handle or how you would get along with that company. Okay. So some of this has different qualification they would need, even though you are bachelor, even though you are having that experience, they would want bachelor. If you have bachelor, they would want experience. It's up to you as well to pass this qualification, because as for me, I am just confident enough to apply all this company. Okay, just bring yourself up and showcase your talent in teaching. All right, so what will you teach? You will teach demo lesson first, either in other platform. We have Skype, we have Google, we have also they have their own website, and the 5-1 Talk, they have their own platform, which is Air Class and also Palfish. So Palfish, you only teach through cell phones. So if you don't have any gadget,
Mm,
you can start with a cell phone. Okay? So for this one, it is not only this company. There are a lot of companies, number of companies you can apply at, and I will help you with that by helping you on your video introduction, audio introduction, and also how to answer interviews. Okay? Now the demo lesson. Let's pause. This one is a demo lesson from me that you can watch. So I can send you a copy of a demo lesson, and this one is for kids. I also have the adults, but I didn't have it here in my presentation. So this one is from ESO. They don't have the virtual background yet that time, so I've got my own virtual background there. And then this is for kids. She is 7 years old, and we talk about the basic one or the beginner level. Okay. Next one is Komsky tips. Okay, these are the communication skill tips you could have. So we have three. And Colleen, can you please read number one? Hello, are you still there, guys?
hello?
Okay, can you please read number one?
Yes.
Yes.
You don't need to be expert when speaking in English.
Okay, so you don't need to be expert when speaking in English. Okay, so
Oh,
from this one, it doesn't have to be very fluent. It has to be in a very good flow. Okay, you have
okay.
to know what you're going to teach. Okay, hello there. My name is Teacher Jam. What's your name? So those questions are already English speaking. Okay, you already asked the question. What's your name? Okay, what did you do today? How are you? Those questions already started the expertise of being a teacher. Okay, just be aware of your pronunciation is very important. Okay, so for this
Got
one,
it.
yeah, so for this one, when you're going to start a class, you have to know the pronunciation of each word because you're the teacher. Okay, it doesn't have to be fluent saying instead of saying. Some of the teachers, let me just have an example, they would say pronunciation. Okay, pronunciation. Instead of saying pronunciation, they say
Pronoun.
pronunciation, which is another
Mhm.
error. Okay, so that's the don't of the teacher. Just be careful of the syllables. So we have pronunciation. We have five. Okay, and counting the syllables, it would help your student understand the word as well. So you have to be specific, you have to be careful, and you have to be confident when teaching. Be confident to answer in an interview, know more about the certain company. Okay, so for this one, if it is a 5-1 talk, you have to search for it, what they need, what are the qualification. If it is first future, you have to know what are the standards or what do they need as a teacher. If it is ESL, you just have to teach through Skype, no other platforms. Okay, so you have to do research before you go into a company itself. You have to know them. What are they teaching? So they are teaching Vietnamese, they are teaching Chinese, they are teaching Korean, Japanese, and other languages. Okay, so the lessons, the type of curriculum you will teach varies greatly between companies. Most of the major companies will have a curriculum prepared that you will follow during the lesson. So that will be the material they're going to provide you, okay? So those are the modules, materials, curriculum, while other companies will require you to create your own lesson. So some of the companies they would say, "Oh, you are qualified. On your demo, we would like you to provide your own lesson." Okay, so some companies will do that. As an industry, the online ESL curriculums are becoming more and more interactive in order to keep students' attention and allow for more interaction during the lesson. So you have to engage. That's the most important thing. Depending on the population of our company, serves you may be teaching beginning phonics and reading classes, intermediate level, conversation skills, or even advanced business vocabularies. Okay, so uh, okay. Before that, do you have any question, guys? Now, question. Okay, let's proceed with video making. When it comes to video making, practice doesn't make perfect, okay? But practice makes it permanent. Once you continue practicing yourself, you would go on and experience your mistakes. That's normal, okay? From that mistake, you're going to develop more of yourself. Like me, I'm not really perfect. I'm not that expert, but I always teach my student, not only my student, but also other people, teachers, not teachers. I would help them to develop their skills as what I have from my experience. Okay, so video making is very important. Why is that? Because this is where they measure how you could communicate to your student. Now, as for this one, the technique or the tip that I could give you is that